Friends of gravity, this has got to be one of the most influential and at the same time rarest marble run systems of all time. This is Haba Serpentino. I kind of stumbled upon one of those things on eBay, and it was sold without a brand name and without the original box, so I didn't know what it was. I just saw images of those tracks here and I ordered it, and I saw this Haba brand name thing on this ending element here. And ever since, I kept looking for this, and then earlier this year on some Swiss platform for used goods, I found this. I had some friends from Switzerland help me establish contact with the lady who sold this, so thank you guys so much. And I'm really super excited because I think this is one of the most influential marble run systems out there. But Haba has long ago stopped making and selling this, so there are, I think, very few used sets out there, and I was lucky enough to get my hands on one of those. I have to say I like the design of this box here, this goofy writing, those like happy kids playing in a very orderly and concentrated fashion with this high quality marble run toy here on this illustration. This really breathes the spirit of some beautiful past here, doesn't it? And if you look at this image, you see what this is all about. These are kind of wooden boards. I think these are beechwood boards, and carved into those are winding tracks for these marbles, and they kind of zigzag down those boards. And that was super influential because on YouTube right now there are dozens, if not hundreds, of YouTube channels that do videos with marble runs that work like that. But the original marble run, the original Haba Serpentino, has long disappeared. On the back of the box, some images of a possible setup. Made in Germany. Here's the address, Habermas Corporation in Rodach, Germany. So Haba, a German company. When was this made? I have absolutely no idea. This could be from the 90s, this could be from the 2000s. This doesn't feature a year somewhere on the box. So if you know when this was produced and when Haba stopped making this, please leave me a comment down below. I would really love to know. So let's get this out. So the lady who sold this to me has really taken good care to pack this up. So these are all the tracks, and over here I think these are the original marbles. These are the original marbles, I guess. 7 of them are in there right now, and they are quite big, quite large marbles. Really nice. I'm gonna get all of this out. So this will create a sound when the marbles run through here, I think. Corner elements. An ending piece. This element can merge several tracks together. This is a flexible element. This can be either a 90-degree curve or a straight. Another winding element. And these are those famous elements, copies of which are being used in so many marble run videos on YouTube today. And they feel really, really nice. This is super high quality beechwood. And even though this must be at least 30 years old, this feels really, really nice. And this has been carved out here really with impeccable craftsmanship. Very, very nice. One more of these smaller windy elements. Then this features a lot of these very simple blocks to create a supporting structure. And then on the box there's this bell element here. So where is that? Is that even in here? Yes, it's down here. So this set seems to be complete. And some higher building blocks to set the whole thing up. Yeah, amazing. It's really not a lot. I mean, there are only 6 of those boards in here, and then there are 4 connecting elements, and an ending piece, and that's it. That's the whole marble run. Still, somehow I feel that this could really be a lot of fun. I can't wait to set something up with this. Just quickly about the size of this. So these are the Haba marbles, and this is one of your standard swirly marbles that come with a lot of marble run systems. And you see the Haba ones are really much larger. And the size of these things, so each of these things here is 38 centimeters long or a little more than 15 inches, so quite large. Let's set something up. Gonna start with this ending piece. The way you set this up is really simple. You just put the tracks together like this, and because the wood and everything is so massive and so high quality, it just stays put like this. And then on the other side you can put one of those curves, for example. Next thing I'm going to use is this musical element here. Yeah, and this really is quite large. This already kind of fills up the whole table here. Yeah, folks, and that's basically all I can fit on this table. So to just quickly test this out, I think I'm gonna try this now. Nah, didn't set this up properly. Not fast enough, gotta put this a little bit higher. Yeah, amazing. This is how the marbles run down here. I'm going to throw all of them in at the same time. Not bad, works quite reliably. I'm gonna try the bell element. So interesting, they kind of got stuck here, no idea why. Yeah, but I mean, that's kind of it. I'm gonna set up a larger track using all of these elements now. This turns out to be more challenging than I had anticipated because it's not so easy to get the steepness of the slopes right, given that the blocks are just sitting on top of each other without anything to hold them in place. So once you change the height of one pile of blocks, you have to change all of them, and that kind of means reassembling the whole marble run, and the higher this gets, the more of a shaky affair this is. That's it. I managed to build a course containing all the track elements. It's not super easy because there's really not so much you can do. So what I did now, I did this U-shaped course that the marble can run down, and then if you turn the switch and change it from being a straight to being a 90-degree curve, the marble can kind of take a shortcut and go down this musical element here, and that's it. And also, when you set up the track elements, you always have to basically look towards both ends at the same time, because if you take out one of the track elements, then the connectors will have the weight only on one side and they can get slanted and fall down. So this happened to me a couple of times. So setting something like this up looks trivial, but actually is quite tricky. Let's throw a couple of marbles in. Yeah, and they already got stuck there, so I didn't really see what happened. Let's try again. Now it did work, but I didn't manage to turn this around while the marbles were en route. Definitely a cool thing and incredibly large, but so far not very reliable. It's kind of tricky to get this to work. I'm gonna do a couple of close-ups and slow motion shots. That's it. So this is the Haba Serpentino marble run and it looks super cool. And the marbles racing through here, that's a great sound and it's a sight to behold. And really, I rarely had a marble run of such quality here on this channel. However, I have to say, I'm not exactly sure how much fun this is as a children's toy, because it's really difficult to set something like this up. It's a true balancing act, and also then it's quite fragile. The blocks are not fixed, they're just sitting on top of each other like this, and they can easily be toppled. So those kids on that photograph on that box here, I don't think in reality they could set up something like this. I think for an 8, 9, 10-year-olds this could work, but then again, they might not want to play with such a childish looking toy, such a wooden building block marble run. So I think this could be one reason that Haba decided not to continue this. Another reason is probably the cost of this. These wooden boards, this is super high quality beech wood. So to make and sell a toy like this today, I think this would need to cost a couple of $100, couple of €100. And who would be willing to spend that kind of money for just a marble run toy? So I totally see why this probably would not be a bestseller today. Although Haba has not completely given up on this, they later came out with this here, with their winding track for the marble run system they are selling today. And this looks quite similar, but it's also much smaller. So if you take a look at this, this is the tracks they sell today, and this is the original Serpentino track, but they sold this certainly much longer than they sold this one. So these here, these winding track extensions for the normal Haba marble run, you can still find these on eBay or get a used set somewhere. This was my very short video on this super rare and super high quality vintage marble run Haba Serpentino. If you liked the video, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more videos on old and new marble runs from all over the world. And please remember, what goes up must come down here at Gravity Bites.